Hello guys, welcome back to yet another in-depth review video. So if you are the one who are not aware about our in-depth review videos, basically we also do software reviews in which we talk about the performance part, battery backup, general stability, performance and more stuff. And before posting an in-depth review video, we always create a community post. And today we are doing an in-depth review of OnePlus Nord 3 running OxygenOS 15 stable build. We created a community post, we got somewhere around 700 votes. In that, maximum votes were for battery segment and general stability. So we'll cover everything in this video and we also take some important questions from the community post. But before moving ahead guys, we have somewhere around 85% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel but they do watch our videos. So if you guys find our content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. So here I have my OnePlus Nord 3 and I've used this device as my primary phone. First of all, let me show you the software information. This device recently got a new OTA update and in which the version is 15.0.0.403. which claims to improve system stability. That we'll get to know in this video how much improvements have been done, and this update had 1st Jan 2025 security patch. So first let's talk about the general stability itself. One thing which I would like to mention, and that's related to this overall stability and the heating of OnePlus Nord 3. Most of the time my device is always connected to Wi-Fi and I hardly go out, but still even with the Wi-Fi being connected, if I use the phone for a while, I can feel that device getting more warmer, which wasn't the case on OxygenOS 14. In past, users used to complain about the heating issues, but OxygenOS 15 did not improve anything on that. Now the add-on of these new animation engine, I feel that's making OnePlus Nord 3 more warmer. And if I only use 5G, then within few minutes the phone is unusable. Due to the heating of the device, the UI starts to lag, and again that animations are not consistent once your device heats up. And on this latest build, I did notice some issues with the RAM management. Before, even the big games like BGMI used to stay in the background, but now almost every game gets killed if it is in the memory. And it's not like I've been keeping many applications running in the background. Even with all the basic applications in the background, still the heavy games reload. So RAM management seems to be an issue on this latest build. In general usage, the user experience is smooth and stable with no major app crashes or force closure. Till now I haven't faced any kind of issues with any of the applications, but there are these two applications which are not getting updated. I'm not sure what's the issue. You guys let me know in the comment section whether you are able to update these applications or not. Things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, network connectivity remains strong, providing consistent speed and stable connection without frequent dropouts. The fingerprint scanner is fast and accurate, unlocking the device quickly with minimal errors. Call quality and microphone performance are also solid, delivering clear audio. Additionally, video quality in the apps like WhatsApp is good enough, maintaining decent sharpness, colors and stability. See, when it comes to content watching, I did notice little bit of low audio output. I may be wrong because I've been testing multiple phones, but this is what I felt. You guys let me know in the comment section below, did you guys notice the audio output being on the lower side after the latest update of OxygenOS 15? See, using Nord 3 for regular usage like calls, social media, then this device still holds up pretty well. Now let's talk about the battery segment, where we got maximum votes for this. First of all, let me show you the battery health on my device. If you see, it is still 100%. And before talking about the screen on time, let me show you the settings which I use. So I did not use always on display on my OnePlus Nord 3 in my entire testing. Refresh rate was always set to high. And if you see the applications, everything is default here. I did not make any kind of changes in the settings. I just kept the refresh rate at high. And 90% of the time, my device is always connected to the Wi-Fi. 10% of the time, I use mobile data, or you consider 5G. And trust me, the battery backup isn't that good. Here you can see, with 18% of battery remaining, I just got around 5 hours of screen on time. And if I show you the applications also, I did not use much of applications. Around 4% I did test BGMI, and then we have some basic applications which includes Twitter, Chrome, System Launcher, YouTube, WhatsApp, etc. So none of the heavy applications were used. In the second cycle also you can see, we got only 4 hours and 59 minutes of screen on time. We still had 20% of battery remaining. And if you see the applications, all the basic applications were used like Instagram, launcher was draining battery, YouTube application, Google, WhatsApp, etc. So on an average, we are not even crossing 5 hours of screen on time on a OnePlus Nord 3 after the update of OxygenOS 15. And it's not only me, I have seen a lot of users complaining about the battery backup. Another thing which I noticed, and that's related to the overnight battery drain. So here if you see the timing, I slept around 11 o'clock in the night. That time the battery percentage was 19%, and if you see the screen on time, which is 5 hours 0 minutes. Morning when I woke up at around 7:52, that time The battery percentage was 13%. Screen on time still remains 5 hours 0 minutes, which means the device screen did not turn on once. So 6% overnight battery drain is quite on the higher side, and with things like device being connected to Wi-Fi. So in terms of battery backup and overnight battery drain, Nord 3 is not providing its best screen on time. You guys can share your screen on time, what you guys are getting on your device. And now let's talk about the camera segment. But before that, let me clear one thing. Most of the brands do optimize the camera when the device is released. Like after the device is released, they hardly take 2 to 3 OT updates to fully optimize the camera. And with Android upgrades, we don't see much of improvements in the camera performance. We may just get new features, nothing else. But still, I gave my device to my brother who was traveling to Goa, and I told him to click photos using this device. So when I check the photos, I can say the OnePlus Nord 3 camera performance in both daylight and low light conditions is generally impressive, but has some limitations in extreme lighting scenarios. In daylight, the primary lens captures sharp details, vibrant yet natural colors, and well-balanced HDR. However, direct sunlight can overexpose highlights, and some shots shows slight yellowish tint in the bright conditions. In low light environments, the camera maintains good color accuracy and noise reduction. But here, aggressive processing softens finer details and lead to some motion blur in challenging lighting. While HDR helps manage the highlights in neon lit settings, darker areas lose details and backlit scenario struggles with dynamic range. There are a few things which I don't like about Nord 3. One of them is led to overexpose highlights in backlit conditions, especially against the sun. Then we also get to see aggressive noise reduction in low light, which also reduces the fine details. I've also seen OnePlus Nord 3 struggling with extreme HDR scenarios, leading to occasional washed out skies or dark shadows. Overall, the camera performance is decent. I won't say it's great. You do have better devices in this price segment which can provide you better picture quality. Now let's talk about the performance part. So after the update of OxygenOS 15 second stable build, we tested gaming performance by playing multiple games like BGMI, Call of Duty and CarX Streets. As always, we tested with both with and without screen recording to see how it impacts the performance. Starting with BGMI, we enabled 90 FPS and played TDM matches with screen recording on. Within just few minutes, FPS started dropping to 60, and as the device temperature kept increasing, FPS dipped even further. When checking the FPS graph, the average FPS was around 56 frames per second in the beginning, but as we continued playing, it dropped further to 44.5 FPS. The device temperature reached a maximum of 44 degrees Celsius, and the gameplay became inconsistent with frequent stutters and frame drops. As far as I remember, this wasn't the case before updating to OxygenOS 15. Next, we tested Call of Duty Mobile, and the story was same. The OnePlus Nord 3 fails to deliver smooth gameplay with an average FPS hovering around 45 frames per second, which is pretty disappointing. Even basic movements felt choppy and the game was far from smooth. Again, this was with the screen recording enabled, which seems to be causing a significant drop in the performance and thermal buildup. I also wanted to test CarX Street, a game with demanding graphics, to see how OnePlus Nord 3 handles GPU heavy tasks. But here the performance was outright terrible, the phone struggles to render the game properly, and the FPS graph was full of dips, making it look like a slideshow rather than smooth gaming experience. The maximum FPS we could achieve was just 28 frames per second with an average FPS of just 15.7. With the device temperature hitting 44.2 degrees Celsius, the phone clearly wasn't able to handle the gameplay well. Finally, I tested BGMI without screen recording, and the difference was huge. The performance was more stable, and I was able to get consistent 90 FPS, averaging around 86 frames per second in classic matches. Hitting was also much lower, making the experience significantly better. This clearly shows the screen recording is now impacting performance a lot, sometimes something that wasn't an issue before. See, performance has declined after the update of OxygenOS 15. Gaming performance on OnePlus Nord 3 has taken a hit. Especially with the screen recording is enabled, BGMI, Call of Duty and CarX Street all struggles with the FPS drop and high performance. However, you can still get little bit of better gaming experience without screen recording. Currently, this device is not meant for competitive gaming. Keep this thing in mind. Now let's take a few questions from the community post. Most of them are already answered in the video, but there are few things like Vinith is asking how to increase the battery backup. So for that, watch the video which is being displayed on the screen. You can find the link in the description below. And then we have Sudha who is asking about OnePlus Nord 4 review. So guys, OnePlus Nord 4 review will also be coming very soon. Next review will be of OnePlus 13 followed by OnePlus Nord 4. And Yash wants me to compare OnePlus Nord 3 with OnePlus Nord 4. So I'll see if we get some time, we'll do that also. And about the AI features, once I start the comparison, I'll cover all the things. Then another user is asking about how to disable the screen magazine. So that can be done by going to the launcher settings. And if you scroll down here, you have an option of lock screen magazine. from here you can disable it. Abhinav, review of OnePlus Nord 4 including the camera samples will be coming very soon. Random India, we don't have any kind of issues with the fingerprint sensor. On my device it works perfectly and till date I haven't had any kind of issues unlocking the device with my fingerprint. So make sure you register once again. Yellowhead, I'm not sure about the circle to search feature availability, but once it's available, I'll keep you guys posted. Kaushik, about the custom ROMs, I don't feel that users are much interested in it because now we have more risk while flashing custom ROMs and then the process is a bit difficult to return to stock ROM. That's the reason we are not covering custom ROMs nowadays. And now let's talk, should you guys buy this OnePlus Nord 3 in 2025? See, after testing the OnePlus Nord 3 on OxygenOS 15, it's clear that the device has become less stable compared to its performance on OxygenOS 14. While it still offers a smoother user experience, in normal usage, issues like overheating, UI lags, and RAM management problem have become more noticeable now, especially when using 5G or running heavy application. The battery life is also not great, struggling to cross 5 hours of screen on time, and idle battery drain is also on higher side. While the connectivity, call quality and fingerprint performance remain strong, the low audio output while watching content may be a concern for some users. In terms of camera performance, Nord 3 still delivers good results in both daylight and low light conditions, but exposure handling and HDR could be improved slightly. See, if you are looking for a daily driver for regular usage, calls, social media, OnePlus Nord 3 still holds up pretty well. But if gaming, battery life and long-term stability are your priorities, then the latest update has negatively impacted the device, making it less reliable for performance-heavy user. But still, if you guys have updated your OnePlus Nord 3, drop your thoughts and your review in the comment section below. Let's see how many users are not satisfied with the OxygenOS 15 on OnePlus Nord 3. As of now, only this much in this video. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.